Hans and Scotty, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. It is Rivalry Week, all brought to you by UCCU. Love where you bank. And joining us now, Utah legend, and we just don't call him Eric Weddle, we call him Coach Weddle. Coach, how are you?
Hey, Coach.
What's up, boys? Great to be on with y'all.
Man.
It's been a minute. I assume you guys just don't like me enough to have me on once or twice a year, so it's all good.
Honestly,
I have to catch up on, I catch the show.
Honestly, Eric, if you decided you wanted to make this a daily, Scotty and I would build a studio in your house or in a practice field or in your car, wherever you are, and we would make it the Eric Weddle Show starring or featuring Hans and Scotty. Like that's what we would do. So you just give us the thumbs up and we'll make it happen.
No, nobody wants to hear me more than once every couple of months, so that's good. It's a good thing.
Hey, Scotty was just asking this. I had to look it up. So Eric Weddle, Scotty, in the Super Bowl against Cincinnati, he was tied with the second lead in tackles, 5 tackles, 4 solo. Eric, I was just talking about your resume as a coach, and I told Scotty, I'm like, anybody that brings a dude back, makes him a captain, and has him a part of a Super Bowl run, like you've got coaching instincts. Have you kind of taken to it as a duck in water, like this? Just coaching just fits you?
Oh man, I like being challenged. I like the idea of giving back and trying to help the next generation of young men be successful on and off the field. I think that's important for all of us, especially some of us that have maybe done some things that can resonate with young men. So I don't know. I think it's definitely a challenge. High school football and high school kids is not what it once was 20 years ago. But it's definitely rewarding to see the change and to see the development in the maturity process that these guys go through. But yeah, I think I was a coach on the field along with being a great football player. I think I helped others. I love the dynamics of a team and understanding that the team is what matters most. It's never about the individual, and team success will ultimately have individual success. So I always gravitated towards that. I love being a part of a team. I love the brotherhood. And, I think that's what football brings you.
There's no doubt. And, it's interesting because I remember, I think it was Magic Johnson who got into coaching for like a month and then was like, no, I can't do this anymore. And somebody asked him, what was the hardest part? He's like, well, some of the things that I was able to do came really easy to me, and I would expect the players to be able to do the same things I did. And I just was genetically gifted to be able to do some things that other people weren't, but I expected them to do the same thing. So it was really hard for me to coach people to do things that I did. How hard has that been for you at the high school level to try to get kids to do things that may be a little bit harder for them to do than it was for you?
Yeah, that's a great point. I think understanding, as a coach, it's a whole different mindset that you have to wrap your head around of what can I do to get the best out of the players, whether it's scheme, whether it's the physical abilities, mental capacity. From our first year to this year, there's a reason why we're successful on the field. It's what we do off the field, but it's being the third year in the offensive, defensive schemes and teaching us those techniques and fundamentals and the everything that is required for the third year, and they've been running it. So it's a process that you go through, but it's also, I've had to pull back what we've done just because a lot of the kids can't handle it, or mentally it's not, when you're doing too much at a certain level, your kids can't play fast, and that's a sign of bad coaching. So pulling stuff back, changing practice schedule, changing how hard we do things and how fun things can be. It's been a process each year trying to be better for them. But if you're not willing to adapt and change your coaching style to these kids to get the best out of them, then you're doing a disservice to them.
I think it's well said. So, Scotty, Eric chose the same child path that I did. 3 girls and a boy.
Yeah.
Scotty chose not to have any girls.
Yes, 3 boys.
He just did the boy thing. But I want to know. I want to know, how's Gage doing? How's his progression? How difficult is the recruitment? Like, how do you handle kind of the interest that everybody's showing in him right now?
He's been handling it like a champ. He's very centered. He's very focused on the task, right? And he understands that nothing really matters at this point when you're thinking of the big picture, unless you don't go play good and dominate. If you're not dominating on the field at the high school level each and every week, then you're not a Division I type highly prospect. I mean, that's just the reality of it. And unfortunately, a lot of these high school kids get taken back because of the portal and guys shopping them around and stuff. So the opportunities are few and far between. So he loves the game so much. He loves the team. He's been outstanding, if I'm being honest, and putting on my dad cap. I don't know how he does things. I mean, 2 weeks ago he played 115 snaps, offense and defense, didn't come out, and obviously led our team on both sides of the ball, and does things that not many people could do. So I just sit back and thankful that we have good players, because that's why you win. I could be the best coach ever, but if you don't have really good players that are bought in, you're not going to win many games.
I remember talking to Pace Mannion, who played for the Jazz, and he had a kid that was really good, and he saw him as I think a junior in high school, and he did something. He's like, oh, geez, I never was able to do that, and I played in the league. Was there a moment where he's like, oh, he may actually be ahead of me when I was his age?
Oh, he's surpassed me at this point in our high school career, and it's not even close. He has a unique ability to make special things happen. But he plays quarterback, so obviously has the ball in his hands, and he finds ways. He has a unique ability to sit in the pocket and go through it and slide this way, slide that way, and then obviously if he has to get out, he'll convert a third down, which we need, running the ball or finding a touch pass to second level throws, like things that he's doing offensively. Like he does things on defense that I see myself do, which is kind of natural. Like you kind of expect that, but he does things on offense that I sit there and just say, he's pretty special. So I just trying to guide him and push him and challenge him, because he wants to be challenged and coached every single day.
I would say, in the heart and light of Rivalry Week, and Jay Hill did not ask me to ask you this question. What would you say if Jay Hill called you and said, hey, come over here and be my DB's coach? Because I'm telling you right now, Gennaro Guilford is primed to be a defensive coordinator, get a huge pay raise. Yeah. And it feels like there's going to be some openings. Would you entertain coaching with Jay Hill at BYU?
Of course I would. Why? I mean, why? Jay is up there with probably the top 5 people that have impacted my career, and just someone that obviously I know, I love. Is one of the best coaches, right? So him, Coach Scally, Sean McVay, like Harbs, like those. There's a handful of guys that if they called and things worked out, of course. I mean, and I was all in on wanting to do something like that. Like, there's no question. So now to say that he would have to get in line with, some NFL teams and some other colleges that have asked me already to coach, it would have to be a good little sparring session. Which one would be best? But no, I mean, I have nothing but love and respect for that program. They're recruiting Gage just like everyone else, and the men that are leading that program. I would be honored if Gage ended up choosing BYU, right? Or, obviously Utah and in any school. I mean, I'm just kind of watching it. But those men are great men of character and leaders, and along with a lot of other schools, and obviously the love I have for Utah is I'm not disregarding that. Everyone knows that, but they're great men that could be great examples for my son, and at the end of the day, that's what you want.
Yep.
You are one of the very few people that transcend the rivalry, because if you talk to BYU fans, they're like, I hate all Utah players except for Eric Weddle. He was cool.
Crazy.
You're the one. There's not a lot of guys that have shown the ability to do that. But I think you went through probably one of the most emotional losses that anybody could go through, that 06 loss at Rice Eccles. And afterwards you said, hey, look, it sucks losing this game, but if I'm going to lose a game, I want to lose a game to John Beck because of what he's been through and the issues that he's dealt with and come through on the other end. That couldn't have been an easy thing for you to say at that time, but yet you meant it. It came from the heart, and people respect the heck out of it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you have to respect the game and respect your opponent. And the game has brought so much to my life, and the people and the relationships that I've gained through the game of football. Like, I just look at the game differently, and I try to inspire and try to resonate that message with the kids now, that the game is so much bigger than yourself, right? Like, if you really just succumb and give yourself to the team and the adversity and the highs and lows and how you can learn and grow from this game through your teammates, right? Through the coaches, through the relationships you build through the time spent in college, if you're lucky enough, or if you're lucky to play in the pros, like, that's what matters. And, my mom and dad raised me to always respect your opponent. And so in that moment, I was just like, he was getting killed every year, this and that. And I just kind of wanted to salute him and say, man, you earned it. You made the play at the end of the day, and nothing but respect for you. And they earned it. I mean, at the end of the day, you earn the win. There's no excuses. There's no this and that. You win and lose and earn your respect between those white lines. And that's why I love the game so much.
Eric, how much have you been able to watch Jason Beck, the new offensive coordinator, and his quarterback,
watched every game.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's been fun. I like the movement, the change, the up tempo. I've been saying this because I go on Sean's show once a week, and just reiterating the progress I want to see from the quarterback position of just of on-time throws, second-level throws, getting vertical shots to soften up that defense. We know we're going to be able to run the ball. We know the QB run game, but when it comes down to it, which Texas Tech showed over the course of that game, you play elite defenses, you have to be able to attack pre-snap, understand what they're doing, and attack with your arm and your mind. And that's the only thing that I just want to continue to see progress as we go throughout the season, because I think that ultimately helps us win a championship at the end of the day, is all those great things we do offensively, but when it's 3rd and 7, the game on the line, and they're bringing some type of movement, pressure, or just guys in a coverage, you have to be able to beat it with your arm and your mind, and that's what usually the great teams do.
From a quarterback perspective, are defenses more complex and more diversified in what they show and what they can do and how they disguise things now as opposed to when you were playing back in the day?
Oh yeah, I think so, because it's more of a spread game now. So it's twofold. I think offenses have become more generic and the same, with the same type of, you got the inside zone, you got the RPOs, you got a little bit of perimeter runs, depending on who your coordinator is, and then you're all looking at those. There's not very much of traditional 3-step, 5-step, going through the progression, working those first, second, third level throws that when I was first in the league, it's kind of morphed into because of the QBs and the athleticism and the QB run game. And gosh, I honestly, like the turnover from roster to roster, you can't have these complex offensive system games, and the same thing on defense. It's hard for these guys to learn it, and will they be there 6 months later? So kind of have to dummy it down so you can go out and execute and let the kids play fast. But it's definitely, I think, because of the spread game, you get more wide receivers. That means more DBs, and it means more looks. But on the flip side, with the up-tempo, there's only so much. Like, I feel when teams go no huddle and they're only in 2x2 or 3x1 for a coordinator, that's like, I eat those teams up because there's only so much you could do offensively. There's no movement. And, yeah, you want to go no huddle, then I'm just going to go through my Rolodex of coverages and different looks, and you're not going to know what I'm doing until after the snap. And ultimately the defense is going to win. The teams that are multi-verse, the motions, the shifts, different personnel groupings, that's what we try to do offensively because I think it asks the defense to do more, and mentally pre-snap you have to worry about more.
Hey, Eric, how well do you know Lewis Powell? And how is it that guy year in and year out produces national sack leaders? I mean, John Henry Daly.
Oh, my gosh.
He's a menace. 11 TFLs, eight and a half sacks. This guy is unbelievable. How does Lewis do this?
Oh, man, he's one of the best guys, recruiting, probably one of the best men I know. Just wholesome, genuine, real, passionate. And then on top of that, he's a great coach. He's been coaching for a long time. The proof is in the pudding of the development and coaching ability that he does on that staff. And so, man, it's just insane. It's insane to see that productivity every year and to see what's his name again? I always forget his name.
John Henry?
The defensive end.
Yeah.
What a great name, first of all. Mm-hmm. John Henry. And he's such a baller. Like, I love watching him play, the energy and just coming off the edge. And he's being for a white guy, he has way more athleticism and explosiveness than you would expect, so it's, I could say that being a white guy, being told that you're just a lunch pail, keys to the weight room type your whole career. When, in all honesty, I was probably more athletic than 99% of everybody out there.
Hey, when you look at this game, you've watched Utah every game. You've watched BYU, I'm sure, a little bit.
I've watched BYU, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not asking you. If you want to make a prediction, you can. But this looks as close of a matchup as we've seen between these two teams in a long time.
Yeah. Han said it perfect on his tweet. I'm sure he noticed that I liked it, but it's very evenly across the board, offense, defense, which is pretty wild when you think about it. I think it's going to be a tight game. I really do. I think it's really good on good. If there's only some type of drawback that I would pull to is just the true freshman quarterback going against our defense. I think that's a huge advantage for us. Now you can relegate, you can negate that advantage with running the football, controlling the ball, playing great defense, and not ask him to go throw the ball 30, 40 times. If they get in a throwing game, I think we win, and I don't think it'll be close. I think they have to be run first, control the clock, and that's kind of both teams. If I'm being honest, we don't want Dan Pierre dropping back 30 times, 40 times. Like that's not sound football in general, unless you just have a superstar quarterback that you want to throw the ball 30, 40 times. So I don't know, man. I think it's going to be an electric atmosphere. The game, everything that it entails, good on good. They're both ranked. This is what you want. I wish it was at the end of the season, but being right now, we're both ranked. It's probably a bigger game now than it would be at the end of the season. So, it's going to be. I think it's going to be really close. And obviously, I think Utah is going to win. But I think it's going to be a close game.
Well, Eric, when you get sick of the Charlie Murphy show, you call me because we'll make it the Eric Weddle show featuring Hans and Scotty with Lloyd Cold in production. Man, this will be your show anytime you want it.
You guys are the best. Appreciate you guys having me on always.
Hey, since you're not a player anymore and you're knocking back the calories, do you still do the ice cream splurge after a win in high school?
Of course.
All right,
Of
good.
course.
Good.
What do you mean? I don't eat all week just so I can hopefully have that Friday night after our big wins.
Nice. All right.
I want to tweet on this coming Friday. I want to see the ice cream bowl.
Yep.
Okay, you got it.
All right, brother. Thanks, Eric.
Good to see you guys.
You too.
He's the best. Eric Weddle right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.